Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hopefully, everybody can hear me. If you can, I would appreciate it if you could put a one in the chat just to make sure everything is working correctly. All right, we got a one in the chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. All right, so today is Thursday, and as you know, we do our YouTube lives on Mondays and Thursdays. Once again, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to tune in. Tonight, we're going to have a interesting conversation as usual. First of all, I'd just like to say thank you for everyone who has continued to support my channel. I really appreciate it. The likes, the comments, the subscription levels. I really, really thank you for that. Thank you for the super chats that have been sent. Thank you for the cash apps, and thank you for the emails, and thank you for the encouragement. And last but not least, thank you for the interest in my website. It is up. I'll have the name up on the screen later, but it is called Serenity Life. Serenity is spelled SERENITY Life and Coaching. And so I am offering one-on-one coaching sessions if you like. Yan, thank you so much. Good evening. Thank you for the one. I appreciate your support, Yan. Thank you for everybody support. Sharika Craver, hey, hello. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And this show would not be successful without you ladies. I really, really, really appreciate it. And men, this channel has was supposed to be intended for me giving advice to the young men and ladies, but I think my first show was the first show I gave advice to men, and then when I started giving advice to ladies, it seems like that's when it took off. It seems like the men were like, "Man, who wants to hear you?" But when I started giving advice to the ladies, it seems that's when my subscription levels increased dramatically. And that's when it started to take off. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start just a separate channel. I think I'm going to call it just Elderly Advice for Men, and just leave this channel for the ladies, because I have been getting some requests, especially from the young men. You'd be surprised how many young men are going through trials and tribulations in life, and they're asking and they're reaching out for the advice from an older man, especially one who's been down that path. One young man emailed me and asked me, he was talking about a problem that he had, and the problem was he's dating multiple women, and he asked me what was my advice. And I just told him, quite frankly, I told the young man, when I replied back to him, I said, if you do not commit to one of those ladies, I said, you're going to lose them all. And that was the best advice I can give him. Why is that? Because that's just how it works. See, he's gonna lose them all. Experience has taught me that, from my experiences, friends, men in general, that there are a lot of men who, in their opinion, right now they're having their cake and eating it too, especially when it comes to dating. And like I said, I told him, son, if you do not commit to one of those ladies, you're gonna lose them all eventually. So, you would be surprised how many men out there, they know that is true, but what they'll do is they'll reply and say, no, but you don't understand. I got one that I'm dealing with. I don't care what's going on. She's always going to be there. Like, nah, son. Even the one you think that's always going to be there, eventually she's going to get tired and she's going to move on too. So, again, I'm going to start another channel. I'm just going to dedicate that specifically to the young men. All right, men. Somebody said, Amy Sue. Thank you for checking in, Amy Sue. She said, men don't want advice from other men. Yeah, because I haven't. I've received some emails, but not nearly the number that I've received from ladies, and we're going to talk about the topic of tonight's show as well. 78 days. Thank you for checking in. Really appreciate it. Again, thank you for the support. Two things we're going to talk about tonight. I posted a new video from an email that was sent to me from a lady. I want to, if I'm not mistaken, she's from St. Louis, if my memory serves me correct. But location doesn't matter anyway. But she was talking about a guy that she met, and she said that he's a really nice guy. She's really digging him. She's really into him. She feels that he's into her. And she said that the conversations and things of that nature are going really well. And they've gone out on several dates. And she said that, he's a complete gentleman and just, gave him nothing but praise and glory. But the guy asked her to go out to spend the weekend together with him in a different city. And so, if you haven't seen that video, again, it's on my playlist. I think I uploaded it on Monday. I received several emails on that to kind of talk more in detail about that. So that's one of the things we're going to talk about. The weekend getaways. But basically, her thing was the lady wanted to know, in my opinion, was it too early in the dating stage for her to accept a weekend getaway with the man? So that's one of the things we're going to talk about tonight. And the other thing we're going to talk about is the men asking women about their past sexual history. So we're gonna discuss those things tonight, because I also I did a video on that one as well, but I received a tremendous amount of emails just asking for more clarification on that. Again, so we got the men who are asking women about their sexual history. I still don't understand that. Everybody has a past. I'm a firm believer in, hey, just let the past be the past. That's why it's called what? The past. But it seems like in today's world, there are more and more men asking women about how many sexual partners they have had in the past, and also the weekend excursion. So any other questions that or comments that you may have, in particular questions, please, you can also put those in the chat as well, and we'll discuss those things too. And maybe there's some current events. Maybe there's some things that are going on in the world that you may want to talk about. For example, I can't remember the city and state, but there's an inmate who got with this correctional officer, and it seems like those two she helped him escape from prison, and those two are on the run together. Now, that ties in what I was talking about on Monday when I was saying that all bets are off the table if you're in love. Now, the way I see it, and with somebody who's familiar with that story, kind of fill me in, especially the city and the state. I can't remember, but it's an inmate, a prisoner, I forgot what he's in jail for, but the correction officer rigged it up, whereas she walked him basically out of the jail, and she came up with some bogus excuse about she's taking him to get a mental health evaluation, but there was no mental health evaluation, and now those two are missing, and there's speculation that they were lovers because some of the inmates back at the jail where he was being incarcerated at informed the authorities that those two were lovers. So, goes back to what I was saying. If that love bug bites you, don't tell me what you will not do. Now, 9 times out of 10, the guy, the way I see it, 9 times out of 10, the guy is not in love. The prisoner is not in love. But that correctional officer, head over heels, hooked, drunk, in love with that man. Anytime she put her career on the line, her family on the line, and also risking jail time. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Let's look at the chat real quick. We got a comment says, should does age difference matter when dating? That's a good question. Who is that? Miss Craver? If you could be more specific, when are you talking about men and well, of course you're talking about men and women, but are you talking about older men dating younger women, or are you referring to older women dating younger men, or just give me the scenario. When I was younger, I'll be the first to admit, yes, I was attracted to older ladies, and I did date a lot of older ladies. Actually, that's where I got a lot of my experience from, dating older ladies, especially it enhanced my sexual experiences as far as what to do, what a woman likes, what a woman does not like, because the older women, they were willing to take time out and say, hold up, son, no. You doing it all wrong. And I'm just being totally honest. But older women, when I was in my 20s, I dated a lot of older women, and I can attest that I learned so much more from them, especially when it came down to sex and performing sexually and things that women like. I learned a whole lot more dating older women than I did younger women. So, all right. So you gave me a little clarification, Ms. Craver. Hold on for a second. She said, I'm 43, and the guy recently is 59. Nothing wrong with that. I think that's a 43. It could be 48, but I think that's 43. If you're 43 and the guy is 59, absolutely nothing wrong with that. Because once again, I'm a firm believer on if first of all, to each his own. But as long as you understand the mathematics and that time is not waiting on anyone. A few weeks ago, we had I was talking to a lady and she was dating a guy. If I remember correctly, I think the guy was like 25 years older than her. And so she seemed like she was in a very, very good place with him in a relationship. And once again, absolutely nothing wrong with that. We're all adults at the end of the day. But you got to do the math. And once again, understand time is not waiting. So if she's 23 and the man is 48, 10 more years, he'll be 58. She'll be 33. She'll still be looking good. She'll still be sexy. She'll still have it going on. She will still have men all in her DMs. She'll still have men coming at her. Then 10 more years, he'll be 68. Then she'll be, 43? She'll still be looking good, and 68. So, I'm hearing a lot of talk about, where people are saying that men we improve as we get older, but what they're talking about is from a financial standpoint. Yes, we improve on paper when we talk about retirements and salaries and 401ks and Roth IRAs and things of that nature. Yes, we increase with that. But if you're a 33-year-old lady and you're dealing with a man, 58, 59, 60s, sexually, hey, he can take all the Viagra he wants to take. But the Viagra sooner or later is going to take a toll on what? This thing that ticks. How do I know? I got a lot of friends in that same predicament trying to keep up with them young girls. And I'm like, son, stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. But, there's some men out there, you can't tell them nothing. No, bro, no, man, you live your life, let me live mine. Okay, all right, okay. You can't, listen, people, let's be real. A man in his 20s can't keep up with a lady in her 20s sexually. There's no way. So, okay, what do I mean? What do I mean by that? If she wants to have sex 5-6 times a day, a man in his sexual peak, he may. I've heard stories of some guys talking about they've had 5, 6, 7 orgasms in a day. I still don't believe that. That's just me. I still don't believe that. But let's say it's true. You still can't keep up with her. Because her body is not biologically wired to start where a man has an erection and then we ejaculate and then our erection goes limp. And then we have to go through what's called that, if I'm not mistaken, my biology courses, if I remember correctly, called the refractory phase. Now, a young man, once again, in his 20s, he can get back erect 10 minutes, no big deal. But usually in a man's sexual peak, he may be able to ejaculate 3, maybe 4 times in a day. Now, like I said, I've been hearing stories from men for years. They talk about 6, 7, 8. That's what they say. But anyway, when you get older, we may improve on paper from a financial standpoint. But sometimes, sometimes you just gotta. Sometimes, as a man, you gotta look yourself in the mirror and just look yourself in the mirror and say, number one, I'm happy to be older, and number two, I'm not that man that I used to be sexually. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. It's just called the process of life. But like I said, I got plenty of friends. Man, look, show me where them young girls at. Boy, you can't hang with them young girls. Gonna blow your heart wide open. They don't care. All right, Miss Scott says, good evening, Okoye. Good evening, Miss Scott. I appreciate you coming in. Somebody said, how can we know if a man is serious about getting to know a woman on online dating? Online dating, Miss Ortiz, is a gamble. My goodness. It's just like when you go in the casino, you got certain games that are just more risky than others. See, when you start talking about craps, I don't know if you ladies know anything about craps. Oh, that's a risky game. 'Cause boy, you put them dice in your hand and you roll them out, and sometimes those dice come back double aces. You say, oh, Lord, crapped out. But anyway, online. Look, let me just tell you my thing about online dating real quickly. See, online dating is so easy for the men, the bad guys, the men that you don't want anything to do with. It's so easy for them to disguise themselves. Why? Because all they're doing is they're hiding behind a computer screen, and they're going to put up their best images, their best pictures, and they're going to type in the best attributes about themselves, and they're going to have these beautiful, include all these beautiful details about themselves and their hobbies and things that they like to do. But really, a lot of them are just trying to get you in the bed. Or they just looking for an F buddy, or they just looking for sex. And so when online dating, I'll be the first to admit, you got to vet a man, I would say 3 times harder if you're dealing with him online. Because once again, see, online dating is a perfect place for a married man, or a man who's engaged, or a man who's in a committed relationship, or like I said, a man who's looking for a woman to use up for money, or a man who's looking for a woman to just take advantage of, like I said, sexually or emotionally or whatever. It's perfect. Because once again, number one, you could set up a fake profile. I'm pretty sure we all know about the term catfishing and all that, but online dating, that's a huge risk. And it's so, my goodness, it's just so many people out there playing games. My goodness. Like I always say, the most unattractive men right now are having their cake and eating it too on social media. Why? Numbers games. They just hit up women. They just say, I'm just going to play the lottery. I'm just playing the lottery. Sooner or later, one got to hit. And that's why they do it so many multiple times. That's why a lot of you ladies, you've made comments and you send me emails saying, why do I keep running across a lot of men who mean me no good? It's not like we have X-ray glasses where we can point out and we can spot your vulnerability or whatnot. We absolutely know nothing about you when we approach you. We just play the numbers game where we approach you, talk to you, see if we can get some type of contact information. You say no, okay, no big deal. I'm going to the next lady. And so that's what guys do. So for those of you ladies who may be saying, well, why do I keep running across all these a-holes? They keep approaching me. Well, they approached you because they just wanted to check and make sure, that they want to know if you're down with the program, but since you told them you're not interested, they just say, no big deal. So they check you because you were just there. You're just a body. And there's so many men that do that. They just go to body, female body, female body, female body. That's why a lot of times you see men at a lot of events or a lot of places where there's a big crowd of women. And they're like, man, I'm just going to try and talk to as many of them as I can, because I know sooner or later, one is going to say yeah, and some men just don't care about rejection. Because like I said, you could be in a grocery store, he could be talking to you, hey, can I get your phone number? Can we talk another time? You say, nope, I'm not interested. Okay, have a good day. And then he'll go right on the next aisle, and see a lady and start talking to her. And you may be pushing your basket and you may look down that aisle and you say, damn, he was just trying to get my phone number. Now look at him now. So I'm pretty sure that's happened to the majority of the women who are listening to me right now. So it's that numbers game. And with social media, you got guys, listen, there are guys right now that just say, the hell with the club, the hell with going outside, the hell with going to the health club, the hell with going to a grocery store, or the hell with going to places to try and meet women. I'll just sit on my couch and go on dating sites and social media sites and the Tinder and the Bumble and all that stuff. I'll just play on that all day. And the Cupid sites, I'll just play on that all day and just send out requests or whatnot. And like I said, the most unattractive men, if they're winning on social media, just think about the guys who, the genetically blessed guys. Some guys are just genetically blessed with good looks. So just think about what the hell they doing. So again, online dating, oh my goodness. My goodness. It is a place for the dogs and the players and those type of men, the pickup artists. It is a haven for them because they can mask their true identity so easy. All right, we got 21 in the chat. Again, one of the conversation pieces we're going to be talking about is the weekend getaway. I don't know if you ladies saw the video that I posted on Monday, but the video was based upon a lady who has met a nice man and things are going good. They've been dating, and she said that he's doing everything respectful. He's been a very, very generous man, things of that nature. They've been going to a lot of upscale places. He's paying for everything and all that good stuff. But now he jumped up and asked, and then she also said she has not had sex with him. She also included that in the email. But lately, the guy asked her, hey, let's go away for the weekend together. Uh-oh. How do I feel about that? I'm going to say what I'm going to say. I just hope that the lady who emailed me, I hope that she sends me an update on how it turned out. But let me tell you something, ladies. That is a bad move if she does that. Let me tell you why. Men, we are slick. We are some cunning individuals. And if you're in the initial dating phases with a man, you have not had sex with him, things of that nature, and things are going good, and then he asks you to go away with him for the weekend, basically what he's doing is he's throwing out some bait. He's looking at you like a fish. He's throwing out some bait on his reel. And if you say yes to that, it's basically what you're saying is it's a unwritten or nonverbal agreement to have sex with him. Now, I'm not saying she knows this. I'm not saying she understands this. I'm not saying that sex has to happen. I'm saying from a male's perspective, that's why he threw it out there. See, I told you, ladies, men, we are calculating. What does calculating mean? That means we do one thing to get an outcome, or we will do several events. We will do several things, but those several things are all tied in together to get an outcome. Okay. Damn, I should have had that email with me. I'm trying to piece it together. Okay. If I remember correctly, she said they've been going out on dates. Okay. That tells me right there, he is in the driver's seat. Horrible move. So I always tell you, ladies, in the initial stages of the relationship, you have to take charge. You got to set the dates. You got to set the times. You got to set the locations, because if we do, it's going to be calculated. Everything is going to correlate. They're going to be related. So he takes you out on a date on Monday. Okay? No man, well, smooth men, the players, the dogs, the smooth type, because they got some smooth men out there. What they're going to do is they're going to say, okay. Now, I know sex is the goal. Now, I can't come out and say I want to have sex with you. I'll just close my mouth, don't even bring sex up, and I'll just roll out the red carpet. Because there's some men if I remember her email correctly, she talked about, number one, she was in an upscale place when she met him. And then they've been going out, and the places that they have been going out have been high end or upscale. So that's telling me she's dealing with a guy who has disposable income. He makes a good living. I don't know what he does for a living, don't care. But from the way I see it, she's dealing with a guy who makes a good living because he can afford to do those types of things, weekend getaways, things of that nature, take ladies to upscale restaurants. Hey, now, see, if he's calling the shots, okay, I want to meet you tonight at this wine bar. I want to meet you, let's say the first date was on a Monday. Then he said, I want to see you again on Wednesday. So the first date was at the wine bar. Second date was at an upscale restaurant. Then he says, I want to see you again Friday. Friday date is at an upscale restaurant. See, the wine bar, the upscale restaurant on Wednesday, the upscale restaurant on Friday. See, what men, what we do is we sit back, we fatten the frog up for the snake, because that's what I see getting ready. That's what I see happening, because you can't give us all that leverage in the initial stages. We're going to fatten that frog up for who? The snake. And trust me, that real snake, he's coming out. It's just a matter of time. So if a man has disposable income, he can do those type of things. He's not going to come straight out with you and say, I expect you to have sex with me within 7 days or 14 days or 21 days. No. He's just going to lay it out. Everything's going to be beautiful. Everything's going to be nice. You know, chilled wine and the finest steaks and the finest Chinese cuisine, things of that nature. And so that can lull a woman to sleep thinking, I've met the man of my dreams. Ooh, thank you, God. Thank you, God. See, that could lull a woman to sleep. Why? Men, we know. You ladies, you are emotional creatures. You think we don't know that? You think we don't know that you ladies are emotional creatures. We play on those things. Hell yeah, we're going to play on your emotions. So, back to my point. I think she's dealing with a man who has that makes a good living. Nothing wrong with that. But when he asked her, hey, let's go out of town for a weekend. See, all that is masquerading him asking for sex. Because if he's asking you to go out of town for the weekend, so now, okay, we're going to leave, I guess, Friday afternoon or Friday morning or whatnot. Hey, whatever. Get to the location. Well, sooner or later, no matter how much eating and dancing and drinking wine, whatever, sooner or later, we got to do what? We got to lay our heads down and sleep. So I guarantee you, he didn't say anything about separate rooms. Hell no. So the invitation, once again, men, we throw out things such as that because it's an unwritten rule, the way we see it. I'm not saying you ladies see it, but when we throw things out there like that, if you say yes, in our minds, you just agreed to have sex with us and you understand that sex is going to happen that weekend. That's how we see it. Why? Because we set it up for that. You think we just set that up to go to San Antonio to go on the Riverwalk? You think we just set that up to go to New Orleans in the French Quarter for the whole weekend? You think we set that up to go to Miami Beach for the whole weekend and nothing else? Come on, people. You think we set this up to go to New York City and we just spend time in Times Square the whole weekend? No. Times Square, that's the entree. The French Quarter, that's the entree. Now, when we're going to get to the good part, now we're talking about the dessert now. We're going back to this hotel. So, again, that's just the way I see it coming from a male because that's how we roll. That's how men are. That's how we roll, ladies. So you got to be very, very, very careful When these men, you start dating a man and we rolling out the red carpet. And then we come up with something such as, let's get away for the weekend. That's a whole nother level there. Because now, whatever city you're living in, we're leaving our city. We're going to another city. We're going to have fun. We're going to do whatever. But from our perspective, from a male perspective, when we throw those type of invitations out there, in our minds, if you say yes, we're going to San Antonio for the weekend, or we're going to Los Angeles for the weekend, or we're going to Seattle for the weekend, in our minds, it's a unwritten rule that you have just agreed to have sex with us. Now, does that mean that sex is going to happen? Because sex ain't happening without the woman participating. But in our minds, when you agree, that's like if I'm living in Louisiana, okay? I meet a lady, let's say I meet a lady online, you know, we're talking and things going pretty good. Let's say she lives in Detroit. And I give her an invitation. Hey, why don't you come down to Louisiana for the weekend? What am I saying? I'm saying to her, look, why don't you come down to Louisiana for the weekend? See, that's the front end. But like I always say, it's always a front end and the back end. The back end, when you get down here, I'll be looking for sex, sex. And that's how men look at this. You got men traveling across the country, meeting. I'm glad that whoever that was sent that comment about online dating. See, in today's world, man, guys don't mind driving from, you know, Charlotte, North Carolina to Washington, D.C. because they met a lady. But you better believe when they drive from Charlotte, North Carolina to Washington, D.C., they're going down there for sex, or they think sex is going to happen. So this is what I mean when I talk about these unwritten, nonverbal things that men we are throw out there that's so slick, it seems so innocent. You just say, ooh, oh my goodness. You mean Miami Beach? Oh, God, that sounds like yes, this is Mr. Right. Thank you. Thank you, heavens from above, for sending him to me. And you got a whole snake you dealing with. You dealing with a whole viper. Oh, you ladies, you got to be careful. I'm telling you. So, again, any ladies who've had these invitations, I'm not asking for details, but have you had a man ask you, let's get away for the weekend, and you just met him? That's what I'm talking about. Now, if that's your boyfriend, you know, you're already in a sexual relationship, you know, that's your boyfriend or your fiance, or that's your husband, you're married. Come on now, absolutely nothing wrong with that. But I mean, when you first meet a man and he's whining and dining you, things of that nature, then out the blue, just all of a sudden out the blue, let's leave for the weekend. That's sex all day. I know men. I know how we roll. Because he's not going to just say, you know what, you know, we've been dating for a month or so or whatnot, you know, I feel that we need to take that next step and, you know, make this an intimate relationship. No, he's not going to do that. Especially when you dealing with men with disposable income, men that have money. Hell no. Now, do you think that's the first time that man has ever asked a lady to go out of town with him for the weekend? Nope. That dude, man, that's what we call a seasoned veteran, a seasoned player. That's a man with a lot of experience. And especially, once again, when you're dealing with men that make that type of money, who can afford to do those type of things, once again, that phone is extra full. If he's laying out the red carpet like that for ladies, that phone is so full of contacts that he's dealing with So let me see if I can get to the chat. I know y'all see this man here. All right. Should women tell men they wouldn't have sex beforehand? No. Thank you for that question, Yan. Listen, I'm glad you brought that up. Yan said, well, let me put that in the all right, she said, should women tell men they wouldn't have sex beforehand? Nope. Don't tell him, show him. That's what you do. And that's what I keep trying to tell you, ladies. See, men talk, we don't understand talk. Because see, men, we've been dealing with women so long. You know, a lot of men have had encounters with a lady where, let's say, for example, we're on the couch together, we start kissing, we start hugging and, you know, whatever, caressing your body. And you know, the next thing on our mind is sex. And you saying, no. But that in that man's mind, he's hearing no. But he's like, well, if you saying no, you sure ain't stopping my hands. And your hands doing a lot of roaming too. So a lot of cases, men, we don't understand talk because we understand actions. So a lot of times you sit on that couch, you tell them, no, it's too early. Well, it's too early. Why your hands roaming just as much as my hands rolling? So we're looking at it like, all I'm gonna do is keep this up, and in a few minutes we'll be in your bed. And a lot of times that's just how it happens. So back to the question. She said, don't tell a man that I'm not having sex beforehand. Show him. Don't put your, that's why I try and tell you ladies about your vetting. Don't put yourself in those situations. Well, sweetie, look. I did something nice for you tonight, and I want to surprise you. I cooked a meal. I just want you to come over to my place tonight. And it's it. It's the initial stages of the relationship. Don't put yourself in that position. And you may be looking at that and say, oh, he's so sweet. He cooked dinner for me. Do you know how much time and effort that takes for a man to cook dinner? And he did that for me. And you go in there, you pick your keys up, and you go in there and start your car up, but you're not thinking. Front end, back end. No such thing as a free lunch. So again, don't tell a man you're the type of lady who likes to take it slow. Take it slow. If you're the type of lady that does not believe in premarital sex, don't tell him. Don't say, listen, I'm the type of lady that does not believe in premarital sex. Don't have premarital sex. Because see, men, we understand actions. So you don't have to tell us nothing. I promise you, we get the point and we will adapt to it. So there's no reason to tell a man certain things. You just got to show us. And we catch on real quick. All right, somebody says, Ms. Scott said, if you lead with that, then it's game on to, ooh, yes, ma'am. Let me make sure I put that in there. Yes, ma'am, Ms. Scott. Yeah. All right, somebody say, okay, my last question that I've always been stumped about, when is it okay to have sex? At the point I'm believing I'm only in a relationship with them. All right, so that's coming from Soothing Sounds. Now, first of all, who am I to tell anybody what to do with their body? All I'm giving you is advice from a man's perspective. Now, I can't tell you anybody when to have sex. All I could do in this particular instance, I would tell you what I would do if I were a woman. All right? If I were a woman, no sex until the ring. That would be my outlook, because I know how, I got 54 years of experience of men, of being a man. My thing would be no sex without the ring. Now, some of you may be looking at me and saying that's old, it's outdated, that was back in the old days, it don't work. Yes, it will. We just live in a society today that's just inundated with sex. Sex, 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 sex. Turn on the TV, what you see? Sex. On the cell phone, sex. You got OnlyFans. You got Playboy. Sex everywhere. So we live in a society just sex, but that doesn't mean you have to participate in it. And like I always say, the man. See, ladies, let me just say this once again, just giving you advice from a male perspective. Men, the type of man who's looking for Miss Right, his wife or fiance or the woman who he wants to have, wants to be the mother of his child. He's going to judge you on everything that you do, but he's not going to tell you. He's not going to tell you. Same way I was telling the young lady that don't ask a man, don't tell a man, things. You got to show him. See, with men, we're not going to tell you, man, you slept with me on the first night. I lost all respect for you. See, we're not going to tell you that. We're just going to show you and just put you in a category of F-buddies, and we'll just call you whenever we get the urge to have sex again. And you may be wondering, well, what the hell happened? Well, in our minds, like I said, we're not going to tell you that you'll never be my wife. You'll never be my girlfriend. You'll never come home for Thanksgiving to meet my family. No, a man is not going to tell you that. He's just going to show you. And you may be wondering, well, what the hell going on? So, again, when ladies ask the question about when is the right time to have sex, I can't answer that. I'll be the first to admit. All I can tell you is if I were a lady, because I know how me and how we roll, you putting the ring on this. Because, boy, men, we act we angels before sex. Oh, we perfect. Oh, we are perfect before sex. But it's something about sex, and then those true colors in us start to come out, and you start to see, in a lot of cases, I can't say all the time, but in a lot of cases, you start seeing a totally different man from the person that you originally met. And you may be saying, damn. But when you say damn, all that is the true him came out. That's all it is, the true essence of him. So if he was a dog, that it just came out. So what does it go back to? That doggone vetting process. Got to have it in place. There's a reason why, in a lot of instances, bank asks you for several forms of ID. There's a reason why, especially, let's say you got God have mercy. Somebody help me out. The thing when you have to go in the vault and you take several keys. What is that called? There's a reason why you got to go through all that. And sometimes whoever opened that safe deposit box, thank you. It's a reason why that safe deposit box, you got to go through all those hoops. And see, ladies, you need to be looking at yourself as a safe deposit box and that big old vault that is housed in. That's how you got to start looking at yourself. Fort Knox got so much gold sitting right there in Fort Knox, Tennessee, but you'll never get in there. You got to go through so many steps of clearance just to get close, just to even get a whiff of where the vault is, where the gold actually lies in Fort Knox, Tennessee. Nope. That's how your vetting phase needs to be, especially in this age with this doggone thing right here, this cell phone. And so many men out there, masquerading and playing games. Hey, you got to be secure. You got to be just like your credit card company. When you try and log in to pay your statement or see your statement, name, password, then you got to have a certain password. There's a reason why they have all these steps in place. Why? To make it hard for people to get into your accounts. You got to make it the same way. To me, ladies, your attitude has to be the good got to suffer for the bad. Because why? The good understand what you're doing. And so, some of you ladies saying, that's in the old days, that's outdated. Nothing has changed when it comes to men. We understand when you have standards, and we respect it when you have standards because we know why you have standards, because you are showing us that you respect yourself. That's when a man is looking for his wife, his fiance, the woman who he wants to settle down with, the woman who he has chosen to be the mother of his kids. He's looking for, do you respect yourself? That's why I keep telling, especially some of you young ladies, I would say, 25 and under, you got to be careful about these pictures you are posting of yourself on social media. Some of those pictures are just too risque. As far as the clothing and you get what I'm saying. Some of you just showing too much cleavage, too much flesh. And you asking, why can't I get a quality man? So some of you sometimes, ladies, you got to take inventory. You got to look at everything in your life. And ask yourself, okay, am I putting the best image of me out there on social media? Because some of these pictures, young ladies, they need to come down. I look cute in that outfit. See, you look cute to you. But to a man, you look like a T-bone steak. You look like that. It's like a lion looking at a pork chop. And like I said, we are not going to tell you nothing. We'll just send you those emojis, fire. That fire emoji. Or we'll just send you something that's, whatever, a positive comment. But in the back of our minds, we're thinking about sex. So, you got to think about some of these things, young lady. All right, phone lines are open. Anybody want to call in? 225-397-6922. Let's see. Let me get to Lady Ray. Had a comment. Men don't always want a virgin, but they want virtue. Yeah. Thank you. Good point. Excellent point. Excellent point. People, we live in a day and age. I don't think people are taking virginity seriously anymore. What I'm saying is, I don't think that's a deal breaker with women. In my honest opinion, I think in men's, our estimation is that small. Because why? Everybody has a past. Everybody has a past. And a real man understands that. And a real man does not ask you about your past experiences. And that's one of the things I said we were going to talk about on this show as well. When men ask you about your past experiences. But yes, that's a great point. Virtue. And again, see, you don't have to tell a man I'm a virtuous woman. Just show him. Show him. We'll see it. We'll see if you're a virtuous woman by how you carry yourself, how you walk, how you dress. We'll see that. We'll spot that real quick. Oh, I went on her Instagram. That there's a video of her twerking. Bump. So if that's what you do, you twerk. Hey, don't put that on social media. See, ladies, I'm seeing a lot of things that you ladies, I think you really think is cute to you. But just because it's cute to you, see, a man, we looking at it totally different. Totally different. Up, check. Booty call if I ever get with her. Check. F buddies if we ever hook up. That's all it's going to be. Check. Friends with benefits. That's all it's going to be. Nothing serious. And he's not going to tell you anything different. In fact, he'll lie to you. If sex depends on it. You think you think we could ever be in a serious relationship? Yeah, baby, yeah, for sure. Yeah, we could get on that level. He's lying his behind off. All right, phone lines are open, 225-69, I forgot the phone number, 225-397-6922. Once again, 225-397-6922. I got 750 mine. Lady Ray said, take your thirst trap pictures, but upload them to Amazon Photos account or something, LOL, for the archive. All right. 78 Days says, I agree. I can't deal with over-sexual guys. They get blocked. Yeah. So again, people, that online dating, you got to be very, very careful on that. Very careful. All right. So if we don't have, there are no calls, I may take a few more comments. I may get out of here early tonight. But again, thank you for the participation. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for tuning in. Let's see. I'm gonna have to get Lady Ray on the panel. We're gonna have to do a show together. Lady Ray says, change your circles, travel and go to places that are outside of the norm, comfort zone. Excellent advice. Is Coach Patty in tonight? Anybody heard from Coach Patty? All right, I gotta bring something up real quick. Somebody said the older men. I gotta figure out what this is about. All right, Sasha Noel said, and older men are no different. What do we do now? Okay, that's a good point. People, you got to realize, an older man, even though we're older, we're still men. We just realize that we have limitations. That's it. But we're still men. We're still driven by sex. We still have that natural instinct to dominate. That drive is just not as strong as it was in our 20s and 30s. Because in our 20s and 30s, you go out, leave the house at, 10 o'clock, 10:30, you ain't coming home until you please sexually. So that means you might stay out all night. And so, you young ladies, if there's some young ladies out there, I would say anywhere from 19 to 26, you really got to be careful. Because you're dealing with young men in their sexual peak. Sometimes you just got to let some of that burn off. Because those young men in their sexual peak, they don't have no feelings. Well, let me take that back. A lot of them, they don't have no feelings as far as the people who they hurt. Because that instinct to have sex is so high, they just looking at sex. So when you're dealing with these young men in their sexual peak, that's a whole different ball game. Because they are utilizing this cell phone to the max. You're talking about the guys in college. You're talking about the guys, that go to these different universities, the parties, the atmosphere, the dating, the hookups. A lot of them feel that that's life. All right, Coach Patty's in the house. Thank you so much, Coach Patty, for joining in. Somebody gave Coach Patty a shout out. Who is that? Amanda says, Coach Patty, I think you're wonderful. Heard you on the phone the other day. Much love from Australia. Yes, Coach Patty, you are wonderful. No doubt about that. No doubt about it. All right. I got 8 o'clock on my end. So, again, the two things we were talking about, the young lady received an invitation to go out of town for the weekend. I'm a firm believer that in the initial stages, those type of situations should be totally avoided for a woman, even though I know it sounds good, it sounds alluring, it sounds attractive. But what's awaiting behind the curtain? And that's what you got to ask yourself a lot of times. Okay, what's behind the curtain? It sounds good, it looks good, taking a weekend getaway to Miami Beach, or going to NBA All-Star Weekend, or going to, wherever, Los Angeles. It sounds good, but what is the man plotting in his mind? Now, could be just a great guy, but a great guy, a man who respects you and respects that relationship, he's not going to ask you to go on a weekend getaway in the initial stages of a relationship. No way. All right, hold on. Hello, caller.
Good evening, Okoye.
Well, good evening. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. This is S. Scott.
Thank you so much for calling.
Hi, ladies in the chat.
You from you called before, right?
I have.
Yeah. My homegirl down the street, right?
That's correct.
That's right. From the city.
That's right.
Yeah.
The N-O. The N-O.
That's right. What you got for us tonight?
So my question is, I know us ladies, we have our own experiences with dating as of late, and it's been shot to hell basically. So if you are single, what has been your experience?
My experience?
Yeah. As of late, like recently. It just seems like it's just a mess out here.
Yeah. My experience has been there are so many good women with good hearts and good intentions and good morals and good values, but with social media and the way things are going right now, a lot of men are looking at them as far as from a sexual standpoint. If you ain't putting out sex, I'm just gonna go to the next one. And so what I see a lot of women who seem like they're compromising their moral values and their beliefs, saying that, well, if I don't have sex with him, it's gonna be he's gonna move on, or he's not gonna hang in there with me or whatnot. So I see a lot of men that are having their cake and eating it too as far as sex, but the good women are being pressured, almost like bombarded on a daily basis to either get with this program or you get left out. But if you look at it, you as a lady, you're not getting left out. You're actually winning. But there's so many men that are hoping that that pressure will eventually break you, and then you just give in and just say, you know what? Everybody's having a good time. Everybody's doing their thing. Everybody's, this hookup culture. Well, I'll just join the hookup culture and just say, hell with it. So ladies have to be extremely strong in today's world and not get sucked in to this hookup culture. Because the way I see it, it is strong. It is strong. Why do I say it is strong? Because I'm seeing so many men that they're like, I ain't committing. Well, why aren't you committing? Because she's not demanding that I commit.
Right.
So if you're not demanding that, see, ladies, if you're doing everything that married women would do in a relationship, sex and cooking and all that, why should he commit to you? That's how men are looking at this thing. So I always say, and this is just me, I'll take it to my grave. Women, you control your own destiny. But in today's world, to me, there's so many women who don't understand their female leverage and their self-worth. They're just going in with this hookup culture. And men are like, yes, 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 yes. Give me all the sex you can, but I ain't committing to you. And so again, that type of pressure seems to be coming down on the ladies with the morals and the value and the character. And they're like, well, damn, what do I do? What do I do? But let me tell you what you better do. You better hold on to your morals. You better hold on to your values, and you better hold on to your character. Because you get sucked into that hookup culture, man. These men will pass you around like you're a hat at a church collection plate. They'll pass you around just like that. And sometimes I think we need to have these real conversations. So that's just
Yeah.
that's just the way I see it. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, do you think that is because people are coming from broken places in their lives? Because on the flip side, just like there are women with, good character and morals, there are women with, bad characters, and they seek after good men with, morals
Yeah.
and character. So, I mean, I think that's why I was just saying, I mean, like, what has been your experience? I mean, yeah, I think our experience,
Yeah.
so many
Yeah.
of us.
Yeah.
So what has been your experience?
You mean throughout my whole life or currently?
No, currently. I mean, it seemed like back in the day you had a better chance of dating and being in a relationship. But nowadays, like you say, I mean, nothing has changed except for the onset of social media
Yeah.
and just more access to like a catalog of people.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only thing that has changed.
Yeah.
So that's why I was asking. So what has been your experience? If only if you're single. I mean, if you are in a relationship, well, then that just cancels out the question.
Yeah.
But if you're also in pursuit, then what has been your experience?
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you real quickly. I was engaged, and I know I had met the woman of my dreams, and to be honest with you, she died of breast cancer. So my thing is right now, even though I'm older or whatnot, 54, I'm not. Think of somebody who was in a bad accident and he went to the hospital. I'm not in the
Oh, you
hospital,
still
but I'm
trying
in
to heal.
rehab.
Right.
So,
I understand.
so
No, I'm just saying. I mean, I am divorced, and it took years just
yeah,
to It took years to heal from that. So
yeah,
I totally understand the rehab
yeah,
part.
yeah. See, I'm not in the hospital, but I'm in rehab. So for the dating scene, I'm just glancing. I'm looking at it, and I'm talking to my friends, and I'm talking to the young men or whatnot. But from personal experience right now, I'm just I'm just going day by day, and hopefully one day I'll be at a point where the urge to date will come back. But again, I've that was a very very tumultuous time for me, especially when you meet somebody and she was my best friend and everything was going perfectly, and she was just the greatest woman that I ever met, and when you start making plans and especially as a man, when you've messed up so many relationships in the past.
Right.
And sometimes
I
men
understand.
will mess up so much with good women. Sometimes we'll get into that mental funk and say, man, I'll never meet another good woman again. And then I actually met one, and that happened. So right now I can't. The only thing I can speak upon is things You know, I talk with my friends you know, people who ask me for advice or whatnot. But dating right now for me is kind of like the last thing on my mind, because I realize that now I'm still a man. Now don't get it twisted. Do I still think about sex? Hell yeah. You know, do I still get hot? You damn right I get hot. Yeah, I do. No, let's have a real conversation. Yes, I get
Right,
hot
right,
just like anybody else. Would I like
right,
to spend time with a woman? But I know right now, with me still being kind of like, I'm not kind of still in that morning state. It's still I still realize that I need more time. You know what I'm saying?
right. I
Yeah.
mean, and that's good right there, because I think a lot of us ladies have to also realize that, you know, most of these men out here have had their hearts broken, and the treatment comes from them not wanting that feeling again.
Mm,
But they're not understanding that we've had our hearts broken just the same,
mm.
and we're willing to open up and be just as genuine with them. But it's, I don't know, it's you don't get that reciprocation at all. So
Really?
yeah, a lot of broken-hearted men are just hard to deal with. I mean, they don't want to be broken-hearted again, so they don't give up themselves fully.
Yeah.
They only give up their bodies, and that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if ladies realize this, but I mean, men can shut off any feelings in sex and just take on the act only,
That's true.
and it's because they don't want that heart touched anymore.
That's right. That's true. That's true. You are so right. You are so right. So
Yeah,
that's
I think I think it was very like sincere of you to kind of let us know where you are. You kind of almost in the same place with us. Only you're rehabbing, but at the same time you're just kind of being cautious also. So
yeah, yeah,
I mean that's
yeah.
understandable.
Because it's just like the saying says, what hurt people,
Right,
and no, nah, no. See, at 54, I'm trying to. I want to make sure that whoever I meet eventually, we're on the same page. And number one, I'm looking for a lady that can you create a peaceful environment for me
right,
to run 10 stop signs and 10 red lines and 10 red lights to get home because of the environment that you created.
right,
See,
right.
that's what I'm
Yep,
looking for. If you could create a peaceful home environment that when I get off from work, I will run 10 stop signs and 10 red lights just to get to that home that you created, because I know that home, I'm going to have peace, I'm going to have tranquility, I'm going to have all those things. And that's what I had when I was in Phoenix, Arizona. But like I said, when she died, oh man, that ripped my heart in four pieces. So that's when I moved back from Phoenix back to Louisiana.
right.
Yeah,
Well, I mean that's pretty good. So any ladies that's combative, I mean that's something to notate. Men want peace. Okay. Well, I mean, I think that's all. I just wanted to know what has been your experience, and I think you dropped a lot of gems. So,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. See. Okay, okay. Let me put it to you this way: if I were in the dating scene right now, from what I've seen, men we go by what we call choosing signals. So what are choosing signals? Choosing signals are different gestures. Sometimes, pretty much all the time they're going to be nonverbal cues that women will send out to a man, and we kind of pick up on those things to see that she's interested in us. I would say from women, I would say from the age of, I would say maybe from the age of 43 and up, I get a lot of choosing signals as far as they're showing me that they have interest in me, but leaving the door open for me to make that approach. But again, I just talked about the reason why I haven't really made that approach, because you know, I'm not
Yeah.
trying to go down that road right now, but
Right.
I do see a lot of women who are indicating that, they are interested. Now, let's say that I was interested in them. The way I see it right now, if if I decided to pick them up or approach them due to those choosing signals, if I was the wrong type of guy, a dog, a player, the a-hole, the F-boy, I think that this is just me once again. I think that sex would not be far around the corner. Now, I can't prove it. Nope. But that's just me. Because the way some people choosing, some women send out choosing signals, and then some women send out choosing signals that say, dude, do you understand that the choosing signal I'm sending out to you mean what's the CFM? But I could be wrong. But to me, there are different levels of choosing signals.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's good. I think I hope some of the ladies picked up on a lot of what you said. I mean, I did. I think it's important. Maybe we should be in tune with how is a man emotionally.
Yeah.
While we're trying to get to know them. I mean, if he's giving off signals where he's been hurt and maybe he's in rehab, but he's not choosing to go through with his rehab fully, and still wanting to just jump into something sexual, which we all know is soul ties.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think we can cut it off at the root, right at asking, hey, how are you emotionally? Have your heart been broken? Are you healed from that?
Yeah.
I mean, that should just be out the gate.
Yeah.
And if that person is just right out of a relationship, fresh out of a relationship that has been maybe a long-term important relationship, I think right there, that's the red flag. So, I mean, if we choose to proceed with somebody that's fresh off of a relationship or, still fresh off of some type of hurt, well, then we're looking to be bled over. So,
Now,
so yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah. So again, I'm just giving you, advice from a male's perspective. As the old folks say, time brings on change. As far as you get older, you have wisdom. But see, part of that wisdom that I have now, not to jump into something, stems from so many mistakes I made back in my 20s. Because this ain't the first time I've had my heart broken. I've had my heart broken plenty of times in my 20s, 30s. But the difference was my 20s and 30s, same thing that you just outlined. In my 20s, I get my heart broken. I just say, okay, I cry my little tears. I know I'm hurting. I know I need to take a break and heal up, but I just jump right back into another relationship.
Right.
And then if that one didn't work out, I'll jump right back into another one and another one. Why? Because it's almost like, I don't know if you ever talked to someone who was hooked on drugs, but they'll always tell you about, I'm still searching for that first high. That first high.
That first high. Yeah.
So you'll start. So once that love bug bites you, in my 20s, somebody dumped me. Like I said, I'll go home and cry my few tears or whatnot. But I'll get right back in that saddle again, knowing I'm hurting, knowing I need to take some time off. But I'm like, I want that first high again. So get into another relationships, sex, good times, sex, this, that. Next thing you know, that one over with, jump into another one. So, as I've gotten older, I look back on those things. I said, I know where it's going to lead to if I do it again.
Right.
So I learned a lot from my past. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, I mean, experience is a good teacher. So, well, I'm not going to hold up. I mean, there may be another lady that wants to call in. You're very insightful, full of wisdom. I hope everything works out for you as you're on the same journey as us whenever you're ready to let your guard down, of course. And I think that's it for me.
Well, thank you so much for calling. When you gonna throw that crawfish barrel? You know, man. Come on now.
I'll have to let you know.
Really, you eat crawfish?
I really don't like crawfish.
Well, you ain't from New Orleans then.
Oh, I'm
No,
born and raised.
no,
Born and raised.
no, you ain't from New Orleans.
No, here's the thing. I like all of the fixings with it, the corn, the potatoes, the turkey neck, but I'm not a crawfish lover.
And you from New Orleans?
Born and raised.
Oh my goodness. Oh, so what if the man of your dreams he love crawfish? How y'all gonna do that?
Well, I mean, he can have all the crawfish, and then I need all of the fixings to go with it.
I got you.
See, that's compromise. That we're gonna be at the ball together, but we're gonna be at the crawfish ball together. But I just need the fixings.
I know that's right. Look. I know the people in the chat that's outside Louisiana say I can't believe they eat them old nasty things. I can't. You people from Louisiana, y'all are disgusting.
Yeah, I don't do the crawfish. I mean, I may pinch a few tails. I don't do anything else with it. But I mean, I don't have to sit down with a whole like platter full. I don't like them like that.
Yeah. Well, I love them. I've been eating them so much since they came in the season.
Well, maybe you need to invite me to the ball.
Well, See, Baton Rouge don't invite New Orleans. See, New Orleans invite Baton Rouge.
Okay.
You know how it go. Because y'all call us the country.
Okay. Well, I'll keep you in mind.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Have a good night.
All right, you too. All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay. We had a couple of people call in. If you'd like to call in, the phone line is free. Let's get to the chat. Okoye talked about wanting to come home to a peaceful woman, and a lot of the times women that are in positions of power have trouble shedding that toughness when, ooh, Lady Ray, you on fire tonight. Yes. Ladies, let me just say this. I know you've heard what I'm about to say a lot of times, but I promise you this. Men are some simple creatures. We really are. But if you could provide that peaceful home environment, my goodness, man, we will run home. We'll break the speed limit trying to get home to you because you have created that environment. See, like I always say, that's why I wrote that book when I compared men and dogs. Why do you think, ladies, when you come home, that dog, if you have a dog, why do you think that dog is so happy to see you? Because you have created an environment that dog loves. That's why that dog knows the sound of your car when you pulling in your driveway. Trust me. If you got a pattern, boy, these dogs smart. If you got a pattern, because I've had a lot of them. If you got a pattern, let's say you get off at 4 o'clock every day, that dog will sit outside around 3:45. I can't tell time. Let me get this phone. Good evening, caller. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm good. This is Coco.
Coco, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. I love your show, and I just wanted to say I really like your channel. It's a newer channel that I came across. I normally watch Tony Gaskins, and you came up in my feed, and I've been really enjoying your content, and I really appreciate your videos.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate your kind words. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from the DMV area.
Oh, DMV.
Yeah.
Okay. What's it like out there right now? How's the weather?
This week is good. It's always crazy around this time. I don't know. People always forget, around April and May, that there still could be like every single season in 1 week or a few days. So I don't know, but this week has been good. Hopefully we're over that hump and there's no more, snow or cold weather coming in. They'll just keep on warming up.
Mm-hmm.
But the allergies, the pollen is crazy right now. So my allergies are going crazy.
Yes. What you got on your mind tonight?
Yeah. Well, I did want to offer some of the ladies encouragement. I'm kind of newly single again after being married and in a relationship with the same person for 20 years. And we got divorced a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I came out of it pretty well. I went to counseling. The counselor was like, hey, well, whatever you did great. So, and I was ramping up to start dating again, but then the pandemic hit. And I'm glad that it did because it let me slow down and really see, different things in my life that are places where there's vulnerabilities that can definitely be taken advantage of. Yes. And my whole thing coming out of, being with somebody for 20 years, I got with this person when I was 19. So we grew up together. So I didn't really have any dating experience before that. Mm-hmm. Like that was my first really serious relationship. And now I'm in my 40s and it's a completely different scene right now.
Yeah.
So I will say that I know that you don't promote online dating and I don't really promote it either, besides using it as a way to, I think that women can use it as a tool for gauging their level of health. If they can be emotionally aware enough, like if you're at a level where you have enough control and emotional awareness, then you can use it as a tool to continue to heal.
Yes.
Because it's like a steaming dumpster fire. It really is. and I don't think that it is, like you said, this is a place where men have easy pickings. Men and women are not getting the same experience with online dating.
Amen to that.
And
that's right.
There are a lot of women that are scamming, but if you look at the ratio of women that are up here to scam versus men up there to scam, and what you're going to lose, who's going to lose the most, the women have the most to lose.
That's a great
So
point.
I would tell all the women viewers that you have in the chat and everything, be extremely cautious online dating. I have my friends say I need to do some videos or write a book on online dating because I use it. I work in IT, so I'm very technical. I have a very technical mind, and I can shut off my emotions just like a man can, but I don't want to. That's not, I think that women's emotions are, very valuable and is very good, but I can shut my emotions off and be a savage just like they do if we want to do it, but that's not how I want to live my life. Yes. I want to be a Christian woman. I want to be married again. I want to have the love of my life, for the rest of my life. That's what I thought I was going to have the first time. Mm-hmm. But in the data that I've gathered, I've been on pretty much every single dating site. I've been on some obscure online sites that are international dating. And I made a spreadsheet and I do my profile in a certain way where I'm trying to attract men that have, just as much disposable income as I do or more.
Yes.
And they can actually because the goal for me is not to get on a date. It's not to go out on some nice dates. It's to actually lead to marriage and to have, I want to live in a certain way. I don't want to have to worry about money. I'm not into that building with a man. I don't know what that is really. I feel like if you're a man, I'm in a man's world, working in a man's world, I'm sorry, I can't give it to him. I can't. Because if I can get to a certain level with my education and I'm a black woman, I feel like men don't have any excuse. That's ridiculous to me. Yeah. It really is. Yeah. I can't give it to them. I'm sorry. So.
I'm sorry. how is the online dating thing going, or how has your experience with online dating gone so far?
So far, like I made a big spreadsheet. I've literally gone. I think I've gone through at least, I don't know, 20 or so
Mm-hmm.
online sites. So I
Mm-hmm.
made a spreadsheet. I always put myself in. Like for the American ones, you can um you can change your zip code to whatever you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
So during the pandemic, I made my profile. I always do, like nice pictures where I'm dressed very nicely and dressed is nothing too provocative, but you still can see, curves, but it's
Yes.
good
Yes.
pictures, not no twerking picture, nothing too revealing, no swimsuit pictures, nothing like that. I only do like about two pictures, a full body and a close up of my face, not a lot of makeup, no filters. Luckily, I still look very young. And I put, just things I like to do. I always say that I have a passport and I'm only interested in people who have passports and who have traveled internationally.
Mm-hmm.
That helps weed out a lot of people.
That's true.
Some people just, some people just going to try you anyways.
Yeah.
Um, and I put different things about something that would, instead of asking about somebody's, I don't like asking a man about how much he makes. I ask questions or put things where a certain type of person, if they don't have the income, they would never be able to do it. So,
Mm.
I talk about different international travels. I talk about, I don't know, like, I don't even like to go on a boat, but, like if you do something with a yacht, I put something, interest of that in there.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
Different types of events that are upscale to like weed people out. And literally, like I block 99% of men. If they don't, a lot of them are married.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them are separated. That's what they say. I don't talk to separated people. I'm sorry, you're still married. A lot of these people are in relationships.
That's right.
And I block 99% of people. So literally, this is thousands of men that I blocked over the years. And I met a few okay ones, but still, the thing is, once you do my vetting process, is then okay. Show me what your money does.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
And going out on dates and stuff, that's nice, but until you actually investing in me, like for a man that has disposable income, that's nothing. So until my bills are being paid, something's happening, like I have a daughter.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't show interest and different things are coming up, for my daughter, and I mention it,
Mm-hmm.
And nothing is happening, then you're not really investing in the future with us.
Mm.
Because I would do that. I can do that, and I have done that for even friends.
Mm-hmm.
So for a man to act like he can't do it, it's huge red flags. So I think that, a lot of women, we've been taught in a certain way, especially Black women, to just be in the barrel with our expectations and standards. And as I meet men overseas, their women do not have this mindset. If you don't have any money, you cannot even talk to them.
Yeah.
And you talk to the men in their family first.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get private access to a woman.
Thank you.
Yes. So I think that these things are so disrespectful that, like we're disrespecting ourselves and we don't even understand the value that we have. And it's pretty sad. So I do like online dating for that. It has let me get some distance,
Mm-hmm.
so I can see myself and see how I really react. Because I know that in person, I probably really would have been impressed and would have fell for a lot of bull crap.
Thank you. Thank you.
So,
For the ladies who are in the chat, could you tell them maybe the top 3 dating sites that you've had success with?
I went to some obscure sites. Like there's this one, it's literally not an app. You have to go online. It's called F Dating. The letter F is in Frank,
Mm-hmm.
and dating.com.
Mm-hmm.
And it's mostly European people up there because I want to relocate to Europe anyways. like
Wow.
someplace in the Mediterranean. And I've noticed that American men don't really want to do that. So I figured I might as well meet somebody in there, and I travel anyways,
Mm-hmm.
and see what happens. So that site, I really didn't notice like too many disrespectful comments
Mm-hmm.
and things like that, like I did on OK Cupid, Plenty of Fish,
Yeah.
Hinge, oh my God, Tinder. Oh my God, if I meet one more married man in the DC area, like I swear I've met like every married man in the whole DMV on Tinder. So yes, F dating was good. I also went to this one called Afro Introduction,
Okay.
and you have to be very careful with people from countries that their passports won't get them too far.
Mm.
Like you have to know out the gate. You don't want to have yourself in a 90-day fiance situation.
Mm.
You need to understand tribes. Everybody has a different tribe in Africa, and they could be in one country, but it could be literally thousands of tribes. You need to understand tribal culture. If you don't even venture into that.
Mm.
You know, do not take your American thinking into that, because you will get caught up in a straight up like 5 to 10 year scam where they will come over here, marry you, even have children with you, divorce you, go back, get their family, bring them over here. I've seen it happen to so many of my friends.
Wow.
Do not do it.
Wow.
Do not do it, especially if there's a huge age gap. I'm sorry, ladies. Like, it's a scam. I'm sorry.
No.
Like, they're so charming.
No,
They're so charming, and they are literally in it to win it, okay? They're in it for a good 10, they will run a 10-year scam on you, okay?
wow.
Don't do it, ladies.
We need to hear that.
Yeah, I'm going to say it one more time. Don't do it. They are young. They're really nice looking guys, this, that, and the third. They, of course, they have marriage in their culture, but you're not of their culture. So, and they look at us like, they look at us like whores. Honestly, they do not respect us like that. They really don't. Because if you understood what they did for the women in their culture versus what they're doing for you, there's no comparison. You're getting the short end of the stick.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's
what I've learned over the past, like, about 4
when is
years.
your podcast coming out?
I don't know. Like, I've been thinking about how to monetize and do stuff and this and that. So I don't know.
Because
I don't know.
You're dropping jewels. I mean,
I've done the research for y'all. I put my technical brain to work.
Yes, you have.
But yeah, I would say if you do meet somebody from overseas, like, make sure that they have a passport, like that they can travel to all of the top tier. Unfortunately, we have to look at the world like that. Top tier countries. They can get to the UK. They can get to America. They can get to Australia. If these people cannot do that on their passport, it's a hard pass. Like,
yes,
you are setting yourself up to be in a horrible situation. Like I said, they were running out 10 years. And I've had several friends where this has happened. And it's heartbreaking.
Wow. And so they got scammed out of their, like, life savings or retirement or
it's not that now you have they think they bring them over and stuff, and you think that you're building a life together. It'll be a whole decade. You have children, or a few of my friends, the guys, like, kept on saying, well, I'm establishing myself, and they kept on pushing out having children until they were established, which seems logical. Mm-hmm. But women have a time period for procreating. So you're thinking that you're building a life with this man, and you're stretching out your years. And then, when you're ready to really, like, after a while, you're like, I mean, babe, like, come on, like, we're married. Why can't we have children? In your country, you would have been here, kids with me. And, when that stress starts to hit, that's when they go. And normally by then, that's like year 5, year 7. And a lot of the women's childbearing years are gone. Like, after 35, that's a high-risk pregnancy.
True.
you know,
Yes.
and, you know, like we have in America, that's why I'm leaving America, is for my health. Like our food is the food quality here. If you went overseas, you would understand what I'm talking about. The food quality, even if you go and get organic, our organic is not like overseas organic.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the same. It's
Mm-hmm.
no comparison.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, like we're having a lot of problems with fertility in America now because over the years of this, you know, the food and everything. So, you know, I would say it's a gamble. That why would you take this gamble with this type of man, you know, and waste all your good childbearing years?
Yes.
And you know, he can just pick up, and that's what I'm saying. Like a woman has more to lose. A man can procreate for a long time, much
True.
longer than a woman.
Very true. You got to get that podcast. I mean, you're dropping so much knowledge.
Well, thank you for letting me share and encourage the women that are out there because you know we definitely need this and we do need a male's perspective. You know, somebody who's not trying to prey on us.
Exactly.
It's unfortunate, but I will say, ladies, there are good men out there. I have met a few, like out of these thousands of men. Unfortunately, I can only count some good ones on like maybe one hand, but that doesn't mean they don't exist. You know, there's billions of people in the world, but that's why I'm saying, like doing the online thing, you're going to have to really have a strong, very strong vetting process because it's like you're weeding through trash already.
Yes. Yes.
So you already put yourself in a bad sampling pool to begin with. You know, I would say the main thing that I did meet some nicer men is in my travels, but we were just not, you know, it just didn't, it was more like a friendship thing. It didn't really turn into anything, but I did meet some really handsome and, you know, well-to-do and seemed like they had level-headed people, but they were younger than what, you know, I was looking for. They're probably going to be successful, but it's like I'm not waiting around for a man to get himself together. Like I'm already at a certain point in my life. I don't want to still be put on hold, waiting for a man to build himself up.
Mm-hmm. I understand. I truly understand. Anything else you wanted to add?
No, just stay encouraged, and I just appreciate your channel. Just keep on going, and
Thank you.
and I'm glad that you shared with us. You know, that was very vulnerable, sharing your personal story about losing your fiance. I'm sorry to hear about that, and
Thank you.
you know, I just send you love on your continued healing.
Thank you.
Oh, and one last thing.
Go ahead.
If we could get our sexual lives in order, like a lot of this would just stop.
Amen.
Like
Amen.
that's the other thing that I ask a man if he has ever been celibate at any point of his time, and like what's the period? If he can't even be celibate for 6 months, this is a man who cannot control his sexual energy. Somebody that can't control their sexual energy is going to cheat on you at some point.
That's true.
So I did it, and I had to do it for myself as well. I was like, dang. let me get this together, because I mean I've been with the same person for 20 years. You go from 20 years to not having a very good. I was like, yo, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
But yeah, like if we can just get our sexual energy in order, it's so easy for you to see bull crap in a relationship. Like, ladies, and is it worth it? Like, I don't know. I hear my friends like, okay, sex. Are you even having good sex? Are you even having multiple orgasms? Like, let's be real.
Yeah.
In all my 40-something years of living, I haven't heard too many women that have really been sexually satisfied. Like, let's be real, ladies.
Yeah.
Like, what is all this for? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So, anyways, that's it. That's all I got.
I had a question for you, if you have time.
Yeah.
All right. Now, again, I'm on the outside looking in. I'm in a small town in Louisiana, but a place like DMV, it seems like
Yeah.
that would be a haven for dating and meeting so many, good single people. Is it just the media hype, or what is it? Because it seems like that area is just flocked or saturated with people, professionals and high value men, high value women, Christians. I mean, Muslims. I mean, whatever whatever you can imagine you want your mate to be. It seems like that area is like, a perfect place to be. Am I wrong?
Well, the thing is, it is and it isn't. Like, I just, for me, like I always say to myself, like, yeah, there's a billion people in the world, but I only need one. So it's like having that one that aligns with what you're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's like people tend to say that they want generally the same things, but if you start talking to them, you realize they're not in the same place because of the actions. They don't line up. So I meet a lot of people that they seem like it could be good, but it's not long in the vetting process that you see where their head's at. Like I said, the sexual energy, that's the main thing, especially with Black men. Like, yo, you cannot control your sexual energy.
Mm-hmm.
So what is going to happen if something happens, I'm out of town or something?
Mm.
But what's going to happen if you can't control yourself sexually?
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, like, I mean, online is so easy. I work in IT. I can be online and I am online all day long.
Mm-hmm.
So I can do exactly what these cameras do. And like I said, I've been through thousands of men, thousands.
Wow.
So at the one point in the pandemic, like my workload was so light, like literally I was talking to a good 30 dudes at a time. Like I have the capacity for it. Like, and a lot of people here, they have the capacity for it too. So it's a lot of people, but it's hard finding the right person. And there's like a lot of, like, I'm not into I'm just a heterosexual person.
Yes.
So I've been approached by people who are not heterosexual, or they're into like the polyamory thing.
I got you.
Or they're Muslim, but you ain't really doing Muslim stuff. Like,
I got you.
And I'm Christian, but I would consider. I was like, look, you gotta. I don't know. I just opened it up to, if he believes in the same God of Abraham, this person, I'll let him stay on the list. I'll let him stay on the list at this point, because I'm like, good grief, I can't even get to the first date. But honestly, what's happening with me is I keep on being approached by men that seem really put together, and guess what? They're put together by another woman because they're married.
Ooh, wow.
So far, the men that have been the best, I feel like, oh, they got this stuff all the way right. Oh my gosh, like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, they doing what I'm doing, but they're doing it at a higher level. Like, this is great. They are married every single time.
Yes. Wow.
So that's what I'm running into.
Wow. Well,
And
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's it. I just, I try to stay optimistic. So I don't know.
Wow. Well, we appreciate your comments, and once again, we're on every Monday and Thursday, so don't be a stranger, and you're always welcome to call in, because you drop so much knowledge and information, and that knowledge and information is priceless. Especially,
thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, especially in today's world where you have so many people that are masquerading and just being fake.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh. This Nigerian guy almost got me. Oh my God. He used this like face scanning software. So it was so, it's like a filter, but like the filters kind of glitch. Mm-hmm. This software, it didn't really glitch. Luckily, it seemed like he only had it on his laptop, and the way that he rigged it was he had a laptop and like a camera and a cell phone, and like angled them so that his face was just right talking. But the thing that I do with people online, because I talk to a lot of people overseas, is I always ask them to pick up the phone, let's walk around. Show me everything in the house. I want to see inside your house. I want to see outside your house. Take me for walks. Take me to the grocery store with you. Like I call people at all times of the day, you know, to see what they're doing at any point. And
that's right.
Like I have a very good memory. Like even I can talk to 30 people, I still remember details about every single person. Mm-hmm. So like if you say you have a cat, how come I haven't seen the cat in your house? like I get that detail. You're supposed to visit your little niece. Yeah. Or whatever. Is that really your niece? Yeah. Okay, is she always over there? Really? There's a woman always there. That's supposed to be your sister.
Yeah.
Like, let me meet her. Let me holler at your sister. Stuff like that.
Yeah. We got a couple of comments from different people asking, how were you able to talk to 30 guys at one time? Like, because like they chat.
So the thing is, like my I work in IT. Like I've been working in IT for like 20 something years. So I'm at a point in my career where things are kind of easy for me. So I got time. So I pull my chat up on my computer. Like I don't have to do it on my cell phone. I can do it on my computer. And literally, you know, like these people are all in different time zones. So it's not all at once. And the other thing is they shouldn't be chatting with me that long. Like, what are you doing with your life? If you're a man, you should be out there making money. Sure. So, you know, like, so a lot of them they should be having jobs now. And that's another red flag. If a man has time to chat with you during the working hours of the day the whole time, if he's not doing what I'm doing, which a lot of people aren't, that's a red flag right there. Why are you in the prime hours of your day not making money?
That's an excellent point. So, that's an excellent point.
Yeah. So, like, I got this on lock because I've been doing this for so long. I got it. I can show everything, and I can show what I have for myself. But with a man, you know, that's overseas or wherever, you have to really, like, see his car, see the inside of his house, see the consistency and things like that. So, yeah, and like I said, it might be 30 people at a time, but a lot of times within a week, I've already blocked 28 of them because stuff ain't checking out.
Yes.
So I cycle through people. Like a woman needs to vet really quick. Like I don't ask like really. If somebody says they're Christian, whatever in their profile, I ask like, well, what do you do? In your religion, like what does your daily walk with Christ look like, or you know, and then I observe it. You know, if you're already sending me a dick pic, then I know that I don't know who you're walking with, but I don't know who you're walking with. It ain't who I was trying to walk with. So yes. Block. Yes. And that's the thing. Like you have to block unapologetically and get through these people because. Like I said, you already dive in the dumpster. So, you know, you really gotta get yourself together because you will get taken advantage of. And like that show Tinder Swindler, prime example. Like this chick, she moved so fast with this dude because now see he would have almost got me, that Tinder Swindler dude. But the thing that would have thrown me off about that because see he showed it. And he had it, but the thing about it is she did not check this man's character. Why was she going out with this guy so quick? Like she was doing too much too quick. Like somebody that wants to move that quick, they want to have sex with you that quick. There's that, you know, the same day you met up with the guy. Like this is a stranger.
Thank you.
Like this guy could have been a serial killer.
Thank
you. Like you have to. You know, like that's the other thing. You have to do background checks on people.
That's right.
And
that's right.
That's why I want somebody that has a really high level job because certain jobs you cannot get in those without several security background checks. So I deal with professional men. You know, like you can't just like somebody that has an established network of people. And I want to understand like your business partners. How long have you been in partnership with these people? If it's less than 10 years, this is sketchy.
Come on now. Wow.
So yeah,
I tell you what, you got your vetting process in place. I mean,
yeah,
I have to give you kudos on that. I mean,
yeah. You got to be discerning.
your vetting process is strong. And
Yeah, you got.
and I don't know if you heard me when I was talking earlier, but I was basically comparing a woman's vetting process where it needs to be at, pretty much on the same level as someone who's trying to join the CIA or the FBI.
Right.
And
Yeah.
and what you just described, you're on the same level.
Yeah.
Or you have the same philosophy. It has to be strong. It has to be tight. It has to be something where you got to make somebody reveal who they really are.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I applaud you for that.
Yeah, because you can't do everything as a direct question.
Thank
You
you.
have to observe.
That's right.
Like because they have their profile set up in a certain way. That's going to weed. But at the same time, like so many people lie. Like they
Yes.
say they don't have children, and like I said, like if that niece is always over there, if that nephew is always over there every single day, that might be their kid.
Thank you.
You know, so
Yeah.
you can't take it at nothing at face value. You have to see it repeatedly,
That's right.
and that's all. And especially overseas, that's why I ping these people at all different times of day. I try to catch people when they first waking up.
That's right.
I try to catch them right before they go to sleep. I know I notate on spreadsheets and stuff like what time of day can or what certain days I can't contact these people. Why can't I never get in contact with you on a Friday? Now in a Muslim country, it makes sense because on Fridays they should be in mosque at a certain time, but they ain't at mosque the whole day.
Yes.
Now, if you notice that there's certain days they're always missing,
Thank you.
like you gotta, like that's what I'm saying. Like I just told this girl the other day. I was like, look, women have to turn off their emotions. Emotions don't get turned on.
That's right.
Until you have qualified yourself. Like, why are you throwing out emotions if ain't no money coming here to help me with my bills, help me with my life? You have not poured into anything that I'm trying to do, like for career-wise or business-wise. Like, what have you... Like, my life should be getting better if I partner up with somebody. It shouldn't be getting worse.
Thank you.
So why are my emotions on? No, you don't get my emotions. My emotions are expensive because I'm going to pour everything. Like, a woman amplifies a man.
Thank you.
Everything that I did in my ex's life, it got amplified. Once I left, it's evident.
Thank you. Wow.
So, yeah, we can't, like, that, and dudes talking about what you bring to a table. Like, if somebody brings up a darn table, get out of there.
That's right.
Get out of there.
That's right.
Because it's evident what a woman brings. Like, right. If you don't know, then that's the person you don't need to be with.
That's it. That's great. That's great teaching. Great teaching. See, you know who you are. You know your value.
Yeah.
You know your worth, and you will not let a man diminish that. And I respect the hell out of you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah. See, women like you. See, men understand when we run across women like you, we either got to come up to your level, or we just gonna back up and say, know what, next one. I'm not gonna even try her.
Yeah, and that's protection because I've had several men tell me that they're like, it's rare that I actually run across a woman like you.
Thank you. That's right. That's right.
I already know I'm not where I need to be.
Thank you. That's right.
So good luck to you. And, they're very respectful about it. But yeah, a guy tried me like 2 years ago and he was married. He was married.
Yes. Yes. See, he's had so much success in the past.
Yeah.
And then he ran across you, and you were like, "No, son, it ain't happening. Not me."
Yeah. And he was having trouble with his wife, this, that, and the third. I mean, fine, man. Oh my God, he was attractive. And I was like, I don't care how good you look, how good you think you're going to lay it down. What you're not going to do.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is think that I'm going to jeopardize my relationship with God to sleep with a married man. I
Lord have
said, if
mercy.
you really want this, then you would go ahead and go through your divorce process properly. You would go to counseling, heal
That's right.
yourself up, because you ain't going to come to me all broken and talking about your ex-wife for the next 10 years, and
Yeah.
I got to deal with that. Absolutely not. I'm not a counselor. I'm not a counselor, sir. What I look like.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just went through that myself.
Thank you.
I can't look. I can't help you, bro. You better call on God
That's right. You better.
like I did.
Amen to that.
So good luck, women. Just keep your standards up, and
Please.
the trash
Please.
takes itself
Please.
out. Like they will back the hell up off you. But
They,
the thing is too,
you know what?
when
You
you
know what?
have like I don't,
Hold on 1 second. Hold on one. Say what you just said. They will do what? They will back what?
they will back the hell up.
Thank you.
They will.
They'll
And it's
back up
protection. And the
real
thing
quick.
is, don't you go running after them. I never run after a man, and that's another thing. I put up my profile. I never ping a man. I
Yes.
only let men message me, and then I sift through them. Mostly, I block
Yes.
immediately before I even. If you just send hi,
Yes.
block, like immediate block.
That's right.
I
That's
can't.
right.
I can't.
That's right.
I put too much info on my profile for you just to say one word,
That's right.
like you're a
Ladies,
time waster.
ladies,
Block.
I hope you're listening because she is dropping so many jewels tonight. If a man sees that you have standards and you're not backing off those standards,
Yeah.
he's gonna be like Dracula when Dracula sees the daylight. He's gonna run.
Hmm.
He's gonna get up out
Yeah.
of there real quick because he sees
Yeah.
that what his game or his scam would not work on you. And so he's
Yeah.
like, man, I'm going to the next victim. Not her. She ain't having it. And that's what you ladies
Yeah,
have
but a
to
man that wants to
understand.
marry you,
Hmm?
yeah, he's going to do it. He's
Yeah,
going to do it. But a man that wants to marry you, he's going to be like, oh crap,
that's right.
this is
That's
what
right.
I've been looking for. He's going to step all the way up.
Thank you. Every time. Every
Yeah, every
time.
time. He's going to keep coming. He's going
That
to keep coming,
that's
keep
right.
coming, keep coming, keep proving.
And he
Ask me more questions. Ask me more questions. What
that's
you
right.
need? What you
That's
need?
right. You gotta get your podcast stuff. No, indeed.
Thank you.
Hey, we need to hear this. You know, men
Well,
and women need to hear this.
yeah, men
Because
and women. Yeah.
it's just entirely just too many games being played today, too many,
Mhm. Mhm.
and it shouldn't have to be that way. And ladies, you got to be
Yeah.
able to spot that game. You got even if you can't spot
Yeah.
it, like she said, you got to have a process in place to make that
Yeah.
game come to light.
Yeah.
You got to have
And
something in place to expose that game. Because trust me, if you got the right vetting process in place, that game will get exposed every time. Not some of the time, all of the time. And like she
well,
said,
I've talked a long time,
oh, I'm
so
sorry, go ahead.
I'll let another person have their time. But I just want to say thank you so much for letting me come on, and I just really want to thank you for your channel,
Thank
and
you
I
so much.
appreciate it.
I hope you continue to watch
Sending
and I hope
love to
you
all the
continue to
singles.
call in.
Thank you. You have a good
All
night.
right, you too. You do the same. All right, bye bye. Excellent call. Excellent call. Excellent call. See, ladies, it's not rocket science. It really isn't. But men, what we do is we play on you if we recognize that you cannot spot the games that we are running. And we're not going to tell you. We're just going to take advantage of you not knowing. And so the lady who just got off the line, oh my goodness. That's how you got to be. You got to send these men through the ringer. And like she said, the good men are going to step up. Don't think you're going to lose the good men. No, he's going to be glad you got that in play. Hello, caller.
Hello? Hello?
I'm sorry, I had my mic muted. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Well, how are you doing tonight? What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm good, thank you. I'm Ashley. I'm calling from Canada. I called before.
Ah, the workout lady. Yeah,
Give
yeah.
him an
You got
update.
you got an update.
Yeah, and I didn't listen to you. It actually happened today. So when I saw you on live, I was like, oh no, I have to call in.
Yeah, what
Um,
happened?
okay, so nothing really changed from like the last time we spoke. You told me to like just wait and he'll approach me again, and he was like, warming up to me and talking or whatever. But I told myself that because I didn't mention that. Oh, hello?
Yes, can you hear me?
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah.
No.
So I didn't mention that I'm in a different province. So I'm from New Brunswick, but I'm in Toronto. So I'm going back to New Brunswick in 2 weeks. So I felt like this like urge to like let him know that I was leaving. So today I walked up to him. I walked up to him and I gave him my email.
Mm-hmm.
But you told me not to do that.
What, the email?
And he hasn't emailed me yet. I gave him my email, but I came
No.
up to him and gave it to him.
No. So you gave him your email?
Yeah.
No, absolutely nothing wrong with that.
But I approached him. You told me that I should wait for him to approach me.
Oh, you approached him.
Yeah, like he spoke to me earlier and then he gave me a wink, so I was like, I'll just go over and give it to him before I leave.
Well, okay. I mean,
And
see, all I give is advice. It doesn't mean I'm right.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that I'm wrong. But you're
Yeah.
still in good shape because of the email address. Trust me, he's gonna email.
yeah,
you.
he didn't hesitate either.
Hmm?
He didn't hesitate either. The only thing is he hasn't emailed me yet, and I have to see him tomorrow. I'm so embarrassed.
No. So what? You have doubts that he'll email you?
He hasn't emailed me yet, but I see him every morning, so I just feel like it's so awkward.
Well, wait a minute. I thought you said you just gave him the email today.
Yeah, I gave it to him today.
And you expected him.
Yeah.
Listen. All right. I remember some of the conversations you had previously. Okay. All right. You said that this is an extremely handsome guy and he's well built. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See. When you're dealing with those men, some men are just blessed with good looks, genetics. Some men just won the lottery when it comes to that. Okay. So see, when you're dealing with those type of men, as I said earlier, what's your name again? Ashley. Before you even approached him, how many women do you think he's dealing with already before you even met him? If he's a handsome, well-built guy, just take a guess.
I already see someone who's talking to at the gym, so yeah.
I mean, just give me a ballpark figure. If he's as good as you say, if he looks as good as you say he looks.
Probably 5 or 10, to be honest.
All right, you say 5 or 10.
Yeah.
So you gave him the email. Excellent. Trust me, he's going to he's going to email you. Now, just because you approached him and you had a conversation, did he ask for your number?
Yeah, he was like, I was like, hey, I'm gonna be leaving in 2 weeks, so take my email. He's like, well, what's your Instagram? I was like, I don't use it. He's like, what's your Facebook? I was like, I don't have it. And then he's like, okay, put your email on my phone. And then he just walked away and let me put it.
Yeah. See, again, when you're dealing with those type of guys, extremely good looking guys, you said 5 to 10. In my opinion, I would say slightly higher. But what you have to do is you got to hold on to your female leverage, and you still have the leverage. Once he emails you, how far is your province from his?
About a 2-hour flight, but I plan on moving here, so I'm leaving for 3 months and coming back.
Wait, you're leaving for 3 months and then you're coming back?
Yeah, I'm moving to a different province.
Oh, so it's not a permanent move.
Oh yeah, I'm moving to the province that he's in.
Wait, I'm lost. Okay, You two work out at the same gym?
Yeah, so I'm from New Brunswick and he's from Toronto, and I'm moving to Toronto, but I have to go back to New Brunswick for 3 months and then I'll move it back to Toronto, if that makes sense.
Wait,
No.
so how do you work out at the same gym if you live in different states, in different provinces?
Because I'm staying in Toronto right now. I've been here for 6 months,
Oh,
so I've been seeing him every
I got
day,
you.
but I have to leave and then come. Yeah,
I got you.
yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
All right. So why do you feel that you made a mistake? Because I don't see one.
Yeah, just because I remember you told me don't come up to him and give him the email, wait for him to come to you. And he has been winking at me and talking to me and stuff like that, but
Well,
it just kind of...
let me ask you a question. Why do you think he winked at you?
To get my attention.
Okay, and then what happened?
He just kept walking.
You kept walking, and then eventually what happened?
We just went our separate ways, and then before I was leaving, I just called his name and I was like, come here for a second. And then, yeah, we exchanged my email, and he was like, oh, I was like, yeah, I was like, I'm leaving in 2 weeks. He's like, you're leaving?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah.
Okay, so if let's make sure we're on the same page. The interaction between you and him and he happened because you approached him, correct?
When I gave him my email, but earlier during that day, he already spoke to me.
Yeah, but okay. Somebody had to go in the gym first, and then somebody had to come in the gym second. Who approached who? Did he approach you? You approached him?
I approached him with my email.
I didn't hear you.
I approached him with my email.
I got
so
you.
I did first.
So you approached him
Yeah.
after he winked his eye.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, you got to be careful with that, Ashley, because see, in men, the way we work, see, when we throw out a nonverbal gesture such as a wink, see, when we wink at you, and then 5, 10, 20, however amount of time passes, and then you come over to us. See, a lot of times we think that wink worked. And a lot of times we think, okay, the wink worked. She's interested in me, or she's physically attracted to me. So what has to happen is, the way I see it is, you gave him the email address. Just wait for him to email you. Even though in 3 months you're going to be in the same state that he's going to be in, correct?
Yeah, permanently, yeah.
Yeah. Because see, the last thing you want is an attractive, handsome, well-built man to think that you're already physically attracted to him. Because he's already dealing with women who wants to get with him. He's already dealing with. See, we got to have a real conversation, okay? He's having sex with women already, without even being on the scene. Now, he may go out on a date with you and lie to you or whatnot, but again, the most unattractive men are having their cake and eating it too. So if this is one of those guys who won the genetic pool lottery, he's already having sex. He's already dealing with tens, some of the prettiest, finest, sexiest women that Canada has to offer. So what you want to do is you don't want to put yourself in that same position. So that's why I say, when you approached him, if he winked at you, you came over 30 minutes later, in his estimation, he's like, okay, this lady is physically attracted to me. Why? Because she responded to my wink. So again, just wait on the email, and I would say start your vetting process from there. But when you're dealing with those type of men, I'm not saying he's a narcissist, But a lot of guys who are, have well built bodies and extremely good looking, a lot of those guys have narcissist attitude, and they're like, look, who are you? If
I don't get that vibe from him. I don't get that vibe from him. And maybe he hides it, but like he honestly seems so humble and like just kind. But maybe he hides it. I don't know. Yeah. I really don't get that vibe, but I don't know.
Well, see, that's where your vetting process has to come into play. So you're still good, but just wait on that email. Did he go? Did he ask for your phone number on several occasions, even though you told him you'd only give him an email?
Yeah, like previously or today?
Today.
No, he knows that, no, he didn't ask he asked for my number once, sorry. He asked my number and then he asked for Facebook, Instagram, and I said no, and then email. He's like, okay, email.
Well, why do you think he asked for your social media?
So you can see what I want to.
You got that right. Not only see what you're up to,
I already creeped on his.
Wait, say that again?
I already creeped on his. I already found his Instagram. I'm blocked.
Oh my goodness! Look.
Yeah, but like I don't know.
Yeah, you got to hold on to that female leverage. Guys, we are very, very, very cunning. So hold on to it. Trust me. If he's interested in you, he'll email you. Why? Because men, when we are interested in a lady, we will take whatever we can get. We can't get the phone number. We can't get the social media account. We'll take the email address and we'll work with that. All we want is a foot in the door. And so once we get a foot in the door, we'll work with whatever we can get. So
it's been about a month and a half that he's been trying. So
yeah.
And one last thing, a little awkward. Like the thing is, I'm going to see him tomorrow. So do I just act like everything's normal? I don't really care, like if I wouldn't have to see him, but this makes it all awkward.
Yeah,
so I'm not going to not go to the gym. It's ridiculous.
Why would you think? Why would you think things are not normal? You only gave him an email address. I mean, even if you gave him your phone number, that's.
I don't know how you men do it though, like because I'm gonna see him tomorrow. He hasn't emailed me, but I'll smile at him. Whatever.
I mean, you expected him to email you within one day?
Yeah. He's been trying to talk to me for like a month.
Mm-hmm.
He knows I'm leaving.
Yeah. Listen, what my advice to you is you got to stick to your guns and don't give off any aspirations or indications that you are desperate. You can't do that. Because men will pick that up just like that. Yeah. So you just got to hang in there, hold on to your female leverage. Trust me, if he's interested, he will email you. But like I said earlier, we got to look at reality. Reality is if he's a good-looking guy, he's got a well-built body, he's not only dealing with women right now, he's having sex with women right now as well. I mean, we just got to be honest about that.
Course. Yeah, he's single. I understand.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And then can I ask you one more question and I'll shut up.
Go ahead.
Thank you. So I see someone, Jamie, put that I should stop going to the gym, but my friend told me I should not change my routine because it will look weird.
Wait,
so do you think I should just
say that again?
Yeah, that's so awkward for me. You know, I'm not used to like going up to a guy and giving my information. I feel really like uncomfortable. So Jamie said that I should stop going to the gym, so that's really hard to do.
Wait. For some reason, your voice is kind of low. Are you saying that your friend told you to avoid him at the gym?
My friend told me not to change up my routine. Like, still keep going to the gym and act like everything's fine. Don't let it affect you. But I'm just asking, do you think I should not go to the gym and disappear?
No.
I feel like that I need to go to the gym.
No, to me, your friend gave you excellent advice. Listen, all you did was give him your email address. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay. He'll approach me tomorrow, so it'll be fine.
He will approach you if he's interested. That's what I'm trying to get you to see.
I think he will.
Yeah, you're.
Yeah, I think.
What you need to find out is real quick: is this guy interested in me or not? Because life is too short to be, walking around wondering if a person is interested in you. If a man is interested in a woman, he's going to show you that interest off the bat. And the way.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So he should have messaged me by now. Is what you're saying?
So
if he's really into me.
To me, your friend gave you excellent advice. Go to the gym. And if he's interested, he'll either approach you again or he'll send you the email. But again, if you are attracted to him, don't you think there are other women attracted to him as well?
I see them at the gym. I know. I saw it today.
Now, that's just at the gym. What about where he works at? What about where he lives at, the neighborhood he lives at? What about, when he goes to Whole Foods, or what about when he goes out shopping or walks his dog or whatnot?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my thing is, you want to get him in compete mode. See, put him in compete mode. Let him know that you are the prize. Now, in order for you to be the prize, for him to win the prize, he has to do something. What does he have to do? He has to compete for you. Because the last thing you want to do is you compete for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing that. No. Hey, I was just looking, but I'm looking too, so I'm not doing that.
Yes. Precisely.
All right. Well, I guess I'll go to the gym tomorrow, and I'll go about my business. And I wait for the email. I think he I'm pretty confident he will approach me, but we'll see.
Yeah, and keep me posted. I would really like to stay on top of this because from what you're saying, he's a good guy with some maybe some good morals and good values, or he could be one of he could.
I'm just saying, like he seems like he seems
be one of those dogs or players disguising himself as an angel.
Yeah, I think I'm naive sometimes, but I'll be careful. We'll see. We'll see.
All right. So keep us posted.
Okay. Yeah, thank you so much for taking my call. I really do appreciate you.
All right. Take care now.
Thanks. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Okay. Phone lines are open. Again, ladies, if you are attracted to a man, hey, absolutely nothing wrong with that. But you got to ask yourself, if I am attracted to him, got some other women attracted to him as well. So those are some of the things that you have to ask yourself. That's why I say you got to put him in compete mode. Because when you put a man in compete mode, that makes us focus on you. How many times have you been out to the mall or to the shopping center or wherever, and a man approaches you and you're not really attracted to him and he asks for your phone number, you just tell him no. Did he leave? Did he get out of your space? Did he get out of your face? Nope. He tried again. Well, we could be friends. And you tell him no again. And you think he's going to leave. Did he leave? Nope. Why do you think when men that you ladies are not physically attracted to, when you tell them no, they try harder? Because that no put him in compete mode. Men hate to lose. See, when we are in compete mode, yes, we could be talking to 30 different women on our phone and multiple women on social media accounts and whatnot. But see, when we are in compete mode, we're locked in on you. And you have to understand that. Put him in compete mode. What part of your vetting process puts a man in compete mode? Because if you say you're the prize, and I'm a firm believer that ladies, you are the prize, then what's the competition? You can't be the prize if you don't have anything in place to make him compete to win the prize. So that is very important, and especially when you're dealing with men, as I said earlier, who are extremely handsome, well-built bodies, those type of men. You better put him in compete mode. Because if you're out there competing for him, you chasing behind him, and that's what a lot of these men want. Don't fall in that trap. Please don't fall in that trap of chasing a man. It's not going to end up good. It never does. Because you have inflated his ego. He knows that you are interested in him. He knows that you consider him fine. He knows that you consider him, you are sexually attracted to him or whatnot. You can't reveal that to a man in the initial stages. No, he's going to put you in his hip pocket and deal with you when he feels like dealing with you. Nope, can't do that one. All right, I'll take one more phone call. If not, who is that? Ashley. Ashley, why you made a comment earlier? I think you said you wanted to call in. You talked about, I think you commented and said somebody put you on ice. I know if you've been listening to my program and if you are a lady, you did not let a man put you on. There's no way. If you've been watching my videos and, in my chats and whatnot, and you let a man put you on ice, that should not happen. You got to put him on ice. All right, Lady Ray says, if a man makes you feel shy and you are crushing like a schoolgirl, he ain't the one. You need to be of sound mind. He will see you as an easy target. Excellent advice. Yes, he will. And see, she makes so much sense. Lady Ray makes so much sense because there's so many men out there, and that's what they're looking for, an easy target. If I'm a burglar, I'm not looking for a house, and I see the house has burglar bars, and I see the security cameras and all that up there. I'm like, I ain't dealing with that house. But if I see a house with no burglar bars, I don't see any security cameras, I don't hear any dog barking and all that, that's the house. Why? Because a burglar is trying to get in and out as quick and fast as possible without being detected. And so Lady Ray made a profound statement. So many men are looking for what? Easy targets. Easy to have sex with women. Easy to get money from women. Easy to manipulate women. Easy to get your car. Easy to get into your bank accounts. Easy to get into your mind. Easy to get it. There are some men, that's what they're looking for. And there are some men out there, they are so good at talking, all they need is 3 minutes of your time. 3 minutes of your time. Some men are just that good. I started off tonight's show talking about the incident in, I can't think of the state. I don't know if it was Alabama, but the state, the circumstances involve a man who was in jail, and he and the security officer, the sheriff, the female sheriff, they're missing, and now you got the U.S. Marshals looking for those two because they feel that the female correction officer was in cahoots with the man. They were in a relationship where she helped basically walk him out of the jail. See, there are men out there that look for women like that correction officer. Even though I don't know the full details, I think all the details have not been released. But what a lot of people are speculating is she and him had a relationship, the inmate and the correctional officer. They devised a plan. She went through with the plan to walk him out of the correctional facility, and he was supposed to go to some mental health counseling, but that was just an excuse to walk him out, because she was supposed to walk out of the jail with more than one other correctional officer. So she arranged it where she was the only one, and now they're on the loose somewhere. So the way I see it is, she is in love with him, but I don't see him being in love with her. I see him looking for, as Lady Ray said, an easy target, and he spotted a lady who was vulnerable, and he told her exactly what she wanted to hear. I love you. We can have a future together. We can do these things. We can build a brand new life together, but you got to help me bust out of this jail. And the way I see it, she agreed. She went for it. Why? Vulnerability. Easy target. And she fell for it. And now, if you watch CNN, those two are the talk of a lot of news agencies. So, all right, Ashley said, I am scared. Nothing to be scared of. But again, ladies, you got to put the men on ice. Why is putting a man on ice so early so important, especially in the initial stages of the relationship? Because you cannot let him know that you are a priority in his life that soon. You can't let a man know that soon in a relationship that he is a major factor or a major priority in your life, or priority number one. Not in the beginning stages. Nope. Because guys will put you on ice too. And then it's a psychological thing. Putting somebody on ice, it's a psychological thing. Why do men do it? Men do it to make you pursue them harder. But it's designed for men to pursue women. So putting someone on ice works 10 times, is 10 times more advantageous to a woman than the man. I'm sorry, yeah, I said it right. To the woman, to the man, to put him on ice, to make him get in what? Compete mode. But when a man puts you on ice, he's trying to do just the exact opposite. Put you in compete mode. Well, why hadn't I heard from Percy? Well, hold up. Let me call him. Let me text him. You text him. He look at that text and says, sit there. You call him. He look at your phone number. I'll get back with you. And see, a lot of times, ladies, what you do is you started to get more interested in not being what? Rejected. You don't want to get rejected. You don't want to feel like you're rejected. Oh no, this is not about to happen to me. And then the next thing you know, you've left 20 voicemails on his phone and you've texted him 50 times. No, put the shoe on the other foot. You put him on ice. Good evening, caller. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes. Who am I speaking with tonight?
This is Jamie. I'm in the chat. I called probably 3 weeks ago.
Yes. Who is this again?
Jamie, Janae, I'm in the chat.
Ah, I think I remember. Refreshing my memory. You were, are you, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I didn't say anything. No, I was the young lady that called from Memphis.
Okay. Concerning what? Because I think that night I had several people call in from Memphis.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That night, I had called about eye contact and, keeping that man's interest as far as connecting through eye contact. Yeah.
Yes. Any updates?
Well, no, I actually had something else to chime in on. I actually wanted to call in response to Miss Ashley. She had just called before me, and I just wanted to kind of just go off of that and switch things with the topic.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, please.
Okay. Yeah. So I just wanted to speak in general. It's not directly to Ashley, but I do want to speak in general terms as far as a man being interested in a woman. What I've come to learn is that when men are in pursuit mode, they go full speed ahead, and I don't believe that they hesitate. Yes. I don't believe that there will be a waiting period. I don't believe that a woman will be feeling all these negative feelings as far as anxiety, as far as feeling like something is going on, feeling uneasy or uncertain, feeling confused, things like that. Anything that's negative, I don't believe that a man who is truly interested will have a woman feeling like that. If anything, he will make her feel as though she is wanted and that and that he is interested in her in that way. So when it comes to the meeting up and things like that, and like when you first get approached by a man, like I said before in the chat, I look for peace, because whenever I would hear testimonies about married couples, they always say that when they met their person, they had peace. They felt very peaceful. They didn't feel anxiety. They didn't feel sadness or confusion. They didn't feel like there was something in the background going on. They weren't feeling like, oh, is he going to call me? No, they had peace about it. Everything was confirmed, whether it had been from God, whether it had been from the man himself. They had confirmation. They were certain. There was really no room for error. Everything was as planned, because I feel like men, they tend to plan in a way when they see a woman, like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to, as long as the woman is interested too, obviously. If she's not interested, then he'll go his own way. But when the feeling is mutual, I don't believe that he's going to make that woman feel uncertain or feel like something is going on, or why isn't he calling or texting or emailing. I feel like he is going to let you know. You will know that man wants you.
That's right.
I just wanted to say that, because men are very intentional when it comes to the woman that they want.
Amen.
Keyword want.
That's right.
If it's a man who's just trying to test you and he's just trying to see if he still got it, because I've learned that men like to practice as well. Not every man is out there to date and be intentional. Some men, they just want to make sure they still got it.
That's right.
They still got their feet in the game.
That's right.
So they will use women for practice. They really will. They will get your number and never call you.
Thank you.
And that's just the truth. I swear to you, because I've learned through experience, and I've learned through secondhand experience. So anything that I'm saying right now is just from wisdom. And so, like I said, I'm not coming directly for Ashley. I'm just saying that in general, that when it comes from men being interested in a woman, that woman will know.
Excellent. You are so right, because one thing about men, just to piggyback on what you just said, see, when we meet a woman and we make up our minds that this is the woman that we want to be with, this is the woman that we want to pursue. See, we're all in. We don't go 55 miles an hour. We go 100, 200 miles an hour. We go all out. We make sure that you have access to us. For example, let's say you know, a man is going to his family reunion or whatnot. Even though it may be too early for us to invite you to the family reunion or whatnot, we'll call you from that family reunion, or we'll text you
I
from that family
swear
reunion.
they will find time.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was saying yes, men will find time.
Oh, yeah, exactly. See, we'll find time. We'll send you a screenshot from the movies just to let you know we went to the movies, but we're not with somebody else. See, those are the things we do when we are in full pursuit after you, and we have made up our minds that you are the woman for us. We're very transparent. We're very honest. We want you to know all of our whereabouts. We're going to pursue you. But as you said, you know, we're going to go above and beyond the call of duty. Why? Because we've already made up our mind. Because don't be surprised, ladies, if you meet a man and, again, when we make up our mind, it's over with. As far as selecting you, don't be surprised if he may propose to you within 30, 45, 60 days. Don't be surprised.
Oh, yeah.
Because you may be saying, man, that's too early. But men, when we make up our mind that you are the one, don't be surprised if he proposed to you and say, look, I want to put this on paper within 45 days, 60 days, 90 days. Don't be surprised. Because when we're all in, it's no hesitation. Absolutely no hesitation at all.
Yeah.
We don't care.
And to be more specific, it's the man who wants her intentionally, not the man who wants her for sex. So we have to specify that. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for thank you for that. But yes, you are so right. And that's how we move.
Absolutely. And if there is ever a feeling in the back of a woman's mind that there may be another woman, I would suggest to any woman, whether the women in the chat or just anybody who's watching, that if you're not prepared to roster date or accept that man is roster dating, then I would say to move on. But if you are totally okay with it, I would say still, seek having a date or, getting to know that man, because we are young adults who are trying to find something real. So it may take more than one person. Roster dating is a real thing. You don't have to have sex with everybody. But if you're not willing to accept that man is also speaking with other women outside of you, then move on. Just check that off as a red flag and find someone who just wants to date you and you only. That may be harder to find because that pool can start to get smaller and slimmer because most men just don't date one-on-one. A lot of men do roster date, and that's why it's now being pushed that women should start doing the same thing, because women, we don't do that. We only do one-on-one. Some women are capable of dating multiple men, but for the most part, in general, most women only date one-on-one. So I would say it's up to that woman's discretion. If she's willing to accept that man, if he's not reaching out, there may be another woman.
Excellent advice. Excellent advice. Anything else you wanted to add?
Oh, no. I just wanted to say that.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for your advice. And thank you for joining the chat. Thank you for you're always in the chat. I really appreciate your participation. I appreciate your support. And and
I appreciate you.
I'm sorry.
I was saying yes, and I appreciate your advice and your wisdom.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Hopefully Ashley will call in, but if she doesn't, you gave her some great advice.
All right. Thank you. You have a great night.
Good night. All right. Okay, 9:43 on my end. That means I've been on that on up for about 2 hours and 45 minutes. I'm going to end this. Thank you so much for everybody taking time out of your busy schedules once again to tune in. Thank you for the chats. Thank you for the great phone calls. Thank you for all the different ideas and philosophies and all those things, because the more that we put our minds together, the more that we can learn from each other. And I think that's a huge thing in life, learning from others. Life is already complicated, and I think life can be a whole lot more simpler if we analyze and open ourselves up to feedback from others, especially when the feedback is beneficial to us. So thank you once again, everybody, for tuning in. Somebody said she just called in. So somebody, who is that? She said I'm calling. Wait. Okay. So all right. Okay. All right. You're right, Lady Ray. I am I am showing my age. Okay. All right. You are so right. So thank you for calling in, and thank you, Lady Ray, for clearing that up. She did call in. All right. Somebody said thank you. New to your info, but it's been great. Yes, it has been great. It's going on 10 o'clock down here on my time. I'm going to get myself some crawfish. I'm going to heat them up that I had. Those of you who are outside of Louisiana, hopefully you may come down for Essence Festival or something. Experience some of those crawfish. They are so good. So once again, thank you, everybody, for taking time out of your busy schedules to tune in. I will see you Monday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Everybody have a good night, and I will see you on Monday. Ciao.